going to talk about how I use Claude Code on the go and on the move. I am going to go through my phone and show you how I use Termius with a VPC with Claude Code. So to start with, I will show you this on my phone. So I go to the Termius app. I then click on my VPC, which I have in DigitalOcean. It'll then bring up a like a shell on my phone. I have tmux set up, so it will restart every single time I run this. So when I go to open, every time I open it, it opens with the same state, so I can keep it going. Here, if I go to my work folder, let's see, I could brainstorm a harness for open code using the brain storming skill. And then I'm also able to scroll up on this, which is super cool. So often I find myself just, if I'm out on a walk, whatever I'm doing, I can quickly just pull up Claude Code, ask it to go run a task for me, and then I'll come back to my machine, can SSH into that VPC, and then I can get going with whatever I'm doing on the move. I guess some things that in terms of how I use this, I use Markdown folders a lot inside this repo. So I have docs set up. I'll often sometimes spin Claude against Codex together. So this is in a repo. I'll have a docs folder. It'll have plans directory underneath it. And then I sort of date stamp plus a short description, a lot of different plans. So I'm essentially using it for like doc generation, mostly when I'm like out and about. I also have been using it to fix things too. So if something's broke, I might have it run. I'll set up a branch or a work tree and have it go work in that work tree for a period of time. But for the most part, I'm using it to do doc generation basically on the go. I find it super useful. I have a couple of these tmux sessions set up, so I can like have Claude 1, Claude 2, Claude 3, and then I also have ones for Codex 2, and that's basically how I can riff between the two. I will actually use a ChatGPT app for Codex to kick off tasks and run that. I find it pretty slow, so that's why I like the VPC, because if I don't really like what it's doing, I can stop it. I can parallelize anything I like by adding new sessions, and I found that particularly useful for the workflow that I have. I also get these. I set up notifications in a stop hook. So Claude provides these stop hooks, and I'll get a notification that's sent through a push notification to this app, iOS app that I made that sends me these notifications that I found pretty useful. So, I can kick the task off on my phone. I don't need to like sit on my phone and like sit here waiting for the thing to finish. I'll get a notification when it's done, and then I can like hop back into Termius and then like go access it after it's done. Yeah, what else can I tell you? Settings are super useful. Like I mentioned, the stop hooks. I've experimented a bit with like capturing responses, but I haven't really spent enough time on that yet, really. But most of my interaction is like in the Termius app, where I'll just flip around and then I will go and SSH into the server on my laptop. Is probably the best way I would articulate sort of how I'm using Claude Code on my phone and moving around. I like the web apps, but I find them to be, I like the apps on my phone, but I find it like much easier to be able to manage these things directly myself rather than kick it off, wait for a PR, review the PR and merge it. Like sometimes if it's just doc generation, I don't really need to like go click review a PR and merge it, and then I'm going from the like ChatGPT app to the GitHub app to go merge the thing. And for like most doc generation, like that's not really needed for my particular use case. I can see how it could be useful for other use cases, but for me specifically, I don't really find that particularly that useful. I have a bunch of different workflows set up inside Claude 2, so I use skills for sort of persona-based thinking. I like to think of it that when I have work to do, I will use skills to help sort of move that along. So if I'm doing planning, I'll use a brainstorm skill. If I'm trying to fix something, I'll use a fixer skill. If I'm trying to do a code review, I'll use the code review skill. And there's like a lot of people that don't love skills, but for me personally, I find them to be really helpful to provide additional context. If you think about it, like I'm writing into a terminal with like, maybe let's say a max of 10 words, which doesn't really give any context to start something. So I find the skills to be helpful because they're sort of tailored to the like outcome that I want for those specific breakdowns. So there's like brainstorming, there's writing plans, there is writing code, there is reviewing code, there is some infrastructure work that I have these skills do too. All right, with that, I will end it there. This was short. Hopefully, yeah, you got something out of it. I love this Termius app and appreciate and pay for it. And yeah, if you have ideas for other things that you want me to spend some time on, please do let me know. Yeah, and you spent any time watching this, I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.